The foods that are allowed, this is a statement by Ibn Qudama, who mentions the rulings in the Hanbali school. That means the great Imam Ahmed ibn Hanbal, where many people in the world, they follow that madhab. He says that in the foods, there's two divisions. One is the meat, and in the meat, you have a lot of different rulings for it, and a person, they can study that. And then you have things that are non-meat. So the Sheikh, he said that non-meat, all of it is allowed except for two things. One is if it's impure, if it's not pure, and the second, if it's harmful for the person, like things that are poisonous. So those are two things that are non-meat. So the impure things, what's mentioned is like if a mouse, if he goes into some butter and the place that surrounds the mouse, that's impure, so that would not be allowed. And things that are poisonous and things that are harmful to the person, that's the other thing that's not allowed. And besides that, all the things are allowed in the things that are non-meat. In the things in the meat, there's a lot of different rulings that are about that. The animal and the slaughtering and hunting and things like that. So there's quite a few rulings on the meat. But the things that are non-meat, those two are the main issues. The other thing the Sheikh mentions, the things that are liquid, if it intoxicates a person, makes a person drunk, if a large amount does that, then a handful of it is not allowed. That's what the Sheikh says. Like if 10 buckets of that make a person drunk, then a handful of it is not allowed on it. So that's the other thing. The Sheikh mentioned, the ulama, they mentioned about the food. If it is something that makes a person intoxicated, then it will also not be allowed. That's the other thing. And and the ulama, they say that what happens is things that are not theological pertaining to religion, then what happens by default, it's allowed. Then you got to see if there's any text or proof to indicate that it is forbidden. And Allah knows best, and may peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.